So welcome, as I said, to our webinar, Reach Your Goals with Unconditional Self-Esteem, with our trainer from Denmark and Russia, Ludmila Frolova. It's going to be a very interesting topic. Everybody, of course, understands a lot about self-esteem. We all have it. And this webinar will help us link many points, many interesting points to help us reach our goals and help those around us also to reach their goals. So without further ado, I'm going to leave you with our trainer, Ludmila Frolova. Hi, Ludmila.
Hi, Alexis.
How are you?
Thank you. Sorry?
How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very much excited to hold this webinar. And I'm very much curious what people came with, how their interest is to this theme, and how is their own experience with that, and how do they feel right now about that. I would really be happy to hear about that just from the beginning.
So it would be good if you want to share with us in the chat, or even if you want to raise your hand to speak and let us know. But please do share with us how you're feeling today. Use the chat box to share your comments and thoughts with us so that we start by connecting with the topic.
Yes, thank you. So the themes of the topic will be, what is unconditional self-esteem? And who I am in this world? And how does unconditional self-esteem influence my life? What's the reason we are talking about that? Why is it important? And I will give examples of people you maybe know. They are rather known in the world, and their attitude to unconditional self-esteem. And how can we gain our self-esteem? I personally, how I can get more of self-esteem in my life. And I will also tell about two types of motivation. How can I better, easier, more enjoying, reach my goals with unconditional self-esteem? And what is the life is about. Many people mean that it is about enjoying life, both when you are on holiday and when you are working. No matter what you are engaging with, enjoying life with unconditional self-esteem is what many people really value very much in their lives. So I shortly tell about myself. I'm, as Alexis already presented me, thank you very much for him. I'm a trainer from ICC from 2009, so already 12 years. I'm an active trainer and holding my trainings in Russia, and 30 years of my life, the last 30 years, I live in Denmark. Originally, I'm from Moscow, where I finished after school, finished Moscow University in humanistics, in humanistic professions. And I learned psychology in some way, and also linguistics. So I love to understand the words deeper, their deeper meaning. And we will experience it here. And I will share with my experience of unconditional self-esteem and things I know from my clients. And I'm very curious What do you think about that? And how do you feel right now when I'm presenting this theme for the evening? If somebody wants to share, I will appreciate it very much. And it will be an inspiration for me to talk about this theme. Thank you. So is there anybody? I can't see anybody. That's why. And I also can't see a chat. That's why I cannot see if there's an interest to that.
Well, there might be also complications for them to type in this moment in the chat, so maybe we'll just continue. I mean, well, we give them a chance to use the chat and share with us how they're feeling. I think it's better to just continue with the topic, and then they'll get to it, because they may not have access to writing at this moment.
Okay. Okay, but I will later, in the middle of the presentation, also give a possibility and ask if somebody has questions or would like to share. So what is unconditional self-esteem? Let's go to that. First of all, what is esteem? Esteem is respect. Esteem is a value. And what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is my value of myself, how I value and how I respect myself. And what is respect? Linguistically, from its Latin roots in this word, the root spectacles, it is glasses, it is about seeing. And re, this prefix re means again or back. Seeing back, you look at me, you see me, and I look at you, I see you. And what can I see? I can see what you do, and I can see what you have, which clothes you are in, maybe the most modern company or most trend type of toy, maybe very simple. And what else can I see? I can see your car, I can see your house, in which house you live, but I can also see deeper. I can see what's behind those surface things, behind those material things. I can see your heart. I can feel it. I can exchange with you. I see you and you see me. I see deeper what's behind the surface, and you can see my essence. And what is unconditional self-esteem? Unconditional means there are no conditions. It is just absolute self-esteem as it is. It means I respect myself as I am. I value myself as I am. And what is myself? Myself is not only me, because there is no me a kind of limited in myself. Me is my life. And what is my life about? Me is surroundings, my books, my things I love, my things I need to live my life, and also my communications, all these things I have, my food, my toy, my clothes, my different things, table, chairs, they're made of other people. I'm connected through these things with other people. I'm a part of something bigger system. And I can see all these things as that's why it's important about unconditional self-esteem. I'm a human being here, and we will come to talk deeper about that and more. So what's the difference? It is an interesting question. And during this presentation, during this webinar, I would answer this question from my experience, from my feelings, and from my personal experience, and from my coach experience as a coach, as a trainer. So unconditional self-esteem is also about being lovable. It is not deserved because my actions, but it is my inner quality. I'm created as lovable person. That means deserve love unconditionally. I'm created as a respectable person, if we can say this like this. I deserve respect unconditionally without doing anything. And I'm as good as I am. I'm created good in my essence. And we will talk more about that. Why did I want to present this topic? Because during my very long practice as a coach and as an NLP consultant and psychological consultant, I have learned that very many, much more than 50% of people who come with a wish to reach their goals for coaching because something is blocking it, the way to reach their goals. Though all people which are coming for a session have reached a lot of goals in their lives. But sometimes something is on the way. And in those more than 50% of what was on the way, the reason was a lack of unconditional self-esteem, and in general, a lack of self-esteem. Why is that? And sometimes people already at the beginning said, I come because I have a lack of self-esteem. Very funny, but yesterday I had a client which we have booked the time for yesterday a week ago, and already at that time in telephone, he was telling me about he wants to make better income with his 2 companies he has. And he wants to gain higher self-esteem because he already was in some way aware that this is what was a problem for him. And we had a great session with him. He really already today he sent me an SMS with a lot of good reflections on what he got from the session. And he's looking forward to go further on to work with that. And who we really are in this world. I already shortly was saying about a human being. And now here, I have some metaphor for that, who we are in this world. We are like a tree. There are some parts of a tree which we can see. The branches, the leaves, the whole crown of the tree and this big kind of main part of the tree, which it is standing on. And they are visible, we can see them. And there are invisible parts, the roots, we can't see them, but the whole tree can stand firmly, stand very solid on these roots, supporting by the roots, implanted in the huge planet Earth by the roots. And through the roots, the planet is giving it a lot of nutrition, energy, minerals, vitamins are streaming up and filling the tree, gives it life, gives it energy, life energy. So the roots are important. And what is there in the upper side, what we can see, it's also very important. We can see, I can show to people what I can, my abilities, and I can show to other people what I do, my actions, and I can show to other people what I have, my results, which I reach by doing some things. And this is when people say, oh, I'm good enough, I did this. It is conditional self-esteem. I'm good, I'm proud of myself because I could do it, because I reached my goal, because I have the abilities I used, and I can show my results to anybody, to everybody. And let's go to the roots. What's in the roots? It is something invisible. We can't show it, but it's very important. This is our unconditional self-esteem. It is the feeling of value, the feeling of being important, the feeling of deserving love and respect as I am. I can't prove it, that it is like that in this life. But we people, all people in the world, we can agree about that. Because when I feel and know I am important here in the world, it makes a great difference for me, a great difference for how I live, how I enjoy life, how I communicate with other people, and how I reach my goals. And there are examples for that, and I will tell about them. And I also want to tell that it's important to know who I am and whom I am not in this world. Because there are some distortions which we as children bring into our lives, bring into our minds, but they are coming from outside, from the bigger system, from my family, from the school, from the society around, just from the beginning of my life. And a child of about 3 years old already knows, I am my actions, and identifies himself with his actions, because the close people, the important people around whom the child is trusting 100%, mother, father, or somebody who is taking their roles, they acknowledge the child for something he's doing. You are playing good with this ball. Oh, you could stand up and go. You are good. You could learn these words. Oh, you are already talking, you're good. And later on, oh, you are bringing good characters, you have learned the lectures and made your home tasks, you are good. And the child is a whole at that age. And the child is easily identifying me is what I do. And then I want to do better because I feel good when I'm acknowledged. And as a young person, what shall I do? My own grandchild was wearing only the T-shirts with the Superman until he was 4. And after that, once I bought him a T-shirt with the Superman, but he said to me, no, I don't use that anymore. I only wear Nike and Nike and some other trend. This, you know, everybody how it is. I just missed the word. That is the influence of the society. And this is a kind of gives us a lot of sometimes nervousness. Am I good enough? Do I wear the right clothes? Do I live in the right house? Do I live on the right street and have the right address? And do I have the right car? And so on. Because then I feel good. I feel proud. Now I reached my goal. But then I can see somebody got a better car, a more modern and more big. Oh, now I'm stressed. Now I need to work more to prove I'm also as good as you are, and even better. I compare myself. I fight for this competition to be better. And then it is hard to live, hard to work. Then I need to put aside my family, aside my hobbies. I don't have time for that. I need to work more. I need to reach more because then I can breathe freely. Oh, I'm good enough. And this fight, this competition never stops. And it's a hard way, and we will talk more about that. But can I be important and feel good without this stress and fight? Yes, this is much more healthier way, healthier in a bigger perspective. Not only that means I don't have physical disease, but healthier means more whole, in a more whole way, more ecological way, good for me, good for others. And when a person is important, I ask my clients, and I usually hear very often, most often I hear, when I do something good for others. And there is nothing wrong to want to contribute. We all people like to contribute, and we can enjoy to make something to contribute, or we can do it in a stressful way. There is a difference. So when a person is important, and when I hear this answer, I say, and a little newborn child cannot do anything yet. It cannot do something special to contribute. And many people answer, he's important for his parents. They wanted him in their lives. Yes, sure, he is important for his parents. But once I have read in a newspaper about a child which was founded on the steps to the hospital. They have founded the child there and took him to the hospital. He was not important for the parents. Somebody was putting him there. And then every day in the newspaper, I was reading about this child. Who is going to be his parents, who will adopt him, which name do they want to give him, and how is his physical condition, how does he feel? So the child was important for other people. And I'm sure the child is important for the world, for life. Because a person is not what his actions are. A person is not what his abilities are. A person is not what his results are. I can see at my results and improve them. I can think, I can see on my thoughts and to make my thoughts more constructive, more positive. I can see at my abilities and I can use them better. I can see at my actions and I can think, how can I act better? Because I am more than my thoughts, I'm more than my abilities, I am more than my actions and results. Milton Erickson, a person who made a really great difference in the life of a lot of people, his clients, who was more than 60,000, and psychologists, psychiatrists, a lot of people who has learned well-known Ericksonian hypnosis and learned his very interesting concepts about unconscious mind. He always said to his clients, no matter whom you think you are always more than that. Always more than that. And some wise people say, you are created as good because you are your essence. You come in this world as a human being, as a child of God, created of something bigger than you, and you have unique qualities which you bring in this world. You are enriching this world. Just as you are making a difference by being who you are, this unique and valuable person with unique qualities. You are important and valuable. And wise people believe there is always a meaning that this person is there. This gives a good feeling. When I ask my clients, how do you feel? Thinking you are as good as you are just because you are created good. You are important as you are unconditionally because you bring your qualities, abilities, which only you have in this world. The way you experience this world is unique. There is no one only one other person who is experiencing this world as you are. There is no only one another person who is who is expressing yourself in this world as you are. You are unique. And by that, you are valuable. So how does unconditional self-esteem influence? And when I ask people, how does it feel to feel a unique and valuable person as you are, as that one who is created unique and valuable? And people say that this giving a feeling of relaxation, a feeling of in a kind of feeling light and feeling joyful, and that it takes a heavy burden from their shoulders, as if they feel much more free to realize that huge potential, like a little acorn. When it is planted in the earth, already holds in itself the huge, beautiful tree, oak tree, which will come out of that. In the same way, a little newborn child already has all his huge potential in him, which will fold out during the life of this person. His creativity, his curiosity, his need, it's our natural need to be curious, to employ, to a kind of want to know this world, to research in it, to experience with a lot of things, to create a lot of things. And doing it unconditionally with just feeling of enjoyment gives much better results for a lot of people. So let's hear about that. Many people know Nick Vujicic. It's a person who is born in a special way. He is born without his arms and without his legs. And now, as a grown-up person, he's holding thousands of webinars who are inspiring many people to live their lives in a much better way, to believe in themselves much better, and to value themselves and their lives much better. And the last webinar, which I was hearing from him presenting, it was just a couple of weeks ago, and it inspired me so much. He tells in this webinar that when he was a little child, just newborn, from that time on, his parents were telling him, you are as good as anybody else in this world. You are created good. You are as valuable as anybody in this world. You are created valuable. And he says that without their love, unconditional love and support and acknowledgement, him as a valuable human being, it would be very hard for him to survive in this world. And I believe him. Viktor Frankl, many people know him as a psychologist from Austria, from Vienna. He was working as professor of psychology and teaching a lot of students. And in 1939, he was one of the prisoners, taken as one of the prisoners of concentration lair by fascists as a Jewish person. And immediately he decided for himself, and he will come out. He will survive, he will come out. And he made a long, long lifeline going in front of him. And he was imagining, he could see himself there in the university, teaching again students and presenting his psychology knowledge to others, share with the students. And he had his manuscript with him. He has just written a book, and he was making the last corrections in it and ready to give to editor. But the fascists in this concentration lair, they took the manuscript from him. Then he began to remember it by heart, to learn it by heart from himself, to edit it later on when he will come out of this concentration lair as he decided. And he began to think to himself, they can take my papers from me. They can take my brilliance from me. They can take my clothes, my food. They can take my physical life from me. But there is something nobody can take from me. And this is my unconditional self-respect, my value of myself and my life. My life is valuable for me. And my meaning is valuable for me because my life is a meaning. Me is a meaning. And when he came out of this concentration lair and again became after the war a professor of the university, and he's written a book and many books, he created a therapy he called logotherapy, therapy with meaning, because he believed that every person has meaning in his life, and this meaning helped him to come out and survive. And he was helping in the concentration lair other people to find meaning which will help them to survive. Because it was the most meaningless place, if that was possible to imagine. People were pressed to build ovens. And later on, these people were branded in this oven, were burned in these ovens. It is, many people were feeling it's meaningless and they gave up because meaning prevented Viktor Frankl himself and those people he was helping to keep going, to keep living, to keep believing. And that was his unconditional self-esteem. And all modern people know Steve Jobs. And in his last speech, he was talking honestly from his heart, I was working too much. I would rather be more with my family. I would rather enjoying love, sharing with my family. This is a very important message to a lot of people. How is it important to live their lives? And it is about an attitude. We are never one. We are always two. Me and my attitude to myself. And already Timothy Galway, the person who has written a book, well-known book in the world, who was the prayer teaching of coaching, the inner game of tennis. And there, he says, there are two parts of me. One part is playing the game, and another part has an attitude. And very often, it is an attitude of judgment, critical judgment. You were not good enough. You didn't play good enough. And he was saying that is very disturbing and bringing the energy down. And then it's much harder to play. So we need another attitude. If you want to really get much more enjoyment and fulfillment in your life, the attitude which can give you that is the attitude of unconditional love, the attitude of unconditional respect. See yourself as a unique human being. See yourself who is deserving a good life as anybody else. This client I had yesterday, he said to me at the end of the session, I'm feeling myself with this unconditional self-esteem. I'm feeling I can do my work and going to my goals as a whole person, as a whole Michael, as a part of the world. And he was almost jumping up of enjoyment. It was so inspiring to work with him yesterday. It was a present for me to inspire me even more for this presentation. And before I go further on, I would like to ask, is there any sharings until further on? Does somebody want to share? How do you feel in this process? And if you want to do it in voice, I will appreciate that because I cannot see your chat.
I have activated the ability to speak. If anybody wants to open their microphones, we'd love to hear you and hear your comments.
Or question is also welcome to make a question.
Hello, Ludmila. This is Anneli from Norway. I really like your webinar, and I find it inspiring. And the story about Viktor Frankl, I haven't never heard of him. I thought it was really great, and I have never heard about the logotherapy either. So I would look more into that. But so far, I'm looking forward to the rest. Thank you.
Thank you, Anneli. And thank you for supporting me to prepare to this webinar.
Oh, no problem.
Now it's not a problem, it's a gift.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And Rasa, would you like to say something or ask something? Okay, so let's go further on. How can I get, Alexis, would you please help me to see my presentation? I remember it, but okay, it doesn't help.
You have to click on the letters, on the blue letters. Yes, click there. Or close the chat. I think maybe you have the chat or the participants window open.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I can see. It doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't matter. I remember everything what I want to say. Oh, so how can we get more self-esteem, unconditional self-esteem? In 2001, I was at a webinar, no, not a webinar, 4 days course with Anthony Robbins, a well-known and world-known coach and NLP master trainer and coach master trainer. So Anthony Robbins wanted to make a demonstration. It was a great course and there was many thousands of people. So somebody raised his hand and said, I haven't got much love from my parents. And Anthony Robbins said to this person, you got enough love from your parents to be here as a grown-up person. Because a little child, human child, cannot survive without love. And he said, and they gave you enough love to be here, because then when a child doesn't get that love, the child dies. So you are here. You got enough love from your parents to be here as a grown-up person. And from now on, further on, it is your own task to give love to yourself, to support yourself in the best way. And what is a best way? The best way is to choose, to make a choice, to take your own choice. Because when we are a little child, we as anybody else in the world as a living organism, a living system, a cell, an animal, a plant, a person. We are created as a system and with some principles, with some rules, how we function better. And we also have the core of our lives. The core of any system is a need. Because life is in some way a long way of fulfilling the needs. I fulfill the need of breathing. I breathe in, and then I fulfill the need of breathing out. A plant fulfills the need of water and light when it's raining and when there is light during the day. Put this plant in a basement and forget to give it water, it will be dry and die. So as a child, a little child, the responsibility for fulfilling his needs is on his parents' side. And slowly the child learns to take more and more responsibility for things in his life, to do homework, home tasks, and to being able to take his clothes on, and being able to take a bus to the school, and so on. And when the person is 18, a person is acknowledged as a grown-up person. And this means that from now on, it's me who is responsible for fulfilling my needs. And we people, we have two types of needs. We have a need for physical fulfillment of physical needs, food, warmth, having clothes, having a place to live, and our psychological needs, emotional needs, human needs, to feel loved, to feel valuable, to feel important, to feel acknowledged, to feel respected. And how can I get this? Many people learn from the childhood, I can get this by a kind of pleasing others people, doing something good for them and contributing. And it's important, nothing bad or wrong with wish to contribute. The question is of motivation to that. When I motivate myself by I must, it's not a good feeling. But when I'm feeling I'm good enough as I am, I'm enjoying life as I am, it's much better condition for me to contribute from inside. We talk more about that, but now I want to come back to what can I do? I can decide and take my choice to make a solution, to make a decision. I am good enough as I am. I'm created good enough. To have an attitude to myself as a best friend of me. Say to myself, you are good enough. You are created good. You are unique and valuable in this world. You are respectable and lovable as you are. And then enjoy a good feeling, feeling whole, feeling a part of this beautiful world, feeling with each breath I take, the universal or life's energy is coming into me, and I grow. And I have a lot to share with this world. I want to do my job. I enjoy it. And there are two types of motivation. Motivation by must, should. Motivation by which is coming from my fear. I'm not good enough. And I need to prove that I'm good. I need to perform perfectly. so everybody can see how good I am. And this is a hard way because I compare, I fight, and I have a conflict in myself. I don't want to fight. It feels bad that I must, as if somebody is pressing me, is demanding on me. And but I want to survive. I want to feel a good feeling of acknowledgement, and I need to deserve this acknowledgement by hard work. It is stressful, it is hard, it is, I do it and I hate it because I'm pressed. And what a lot of people do when they come home after work, after such a hard day, they need to relax, but the tension is a habit. I can't relax. That I need to use some stimulations to relax. And everybody knows what they are. A cigarette, a lot of sweet food, or just a lot of food until I can't feel anything, and so on and so on. Everybody knows these examples. But there is a motivation when I'm a whole person, when I feel I deserve, just as I am, unconditionally, deserve a good life, deserve communicating with good people, and they are all good as they are, and I'm good as I am. Then I want to do my job. In Denmark, I have learned an expression like, every nation has special expressions. And in Denmark, people say when a person goes to his work, as my husband said to me, good arbejdslust in Danish. And it means enjoy your work. Literally, if I translate it literally, it means I wish you good wish to work. I think it's very wise, because not wish this work I need to do. It's a bad feeling. I have just described it. And the best people can do to a close person, the person they love, to say, I wish you to enjoy your work, enjoy your job. God arbejdslust. I think it's so beautiful to wish this. And I have also read somewhere that to love to do what you love is happiness. And to love what you do is freedom. Freedom to choose the best for you. And the best for you is, and for me, first of all, I have learned that in myself, intuitively, to choose to love what I do. Because sometimes I do what I love. And in my profession, I feel I'm a happy person. My work is my hobby. I enjoy it very much. And when I came to Denmark and I was going to language classes, our Danish teacher, from her best intentions, were saying to us, foreign people coming to this country to live there, she said, oh, there's a huge lack of work in Denmark. It's so hard to get work. And I was thinking to myself, it's not about me. Of course, when I will need work, I will get work, because I was ready to do any work from the beginning. And I was sure that step by step, I will come to do what I really want to do. But in my everyday, there are things which I can't say, I wish to do it. I can't say, I want to make cleaning with my vacuum cleaner. No, I would rather read a book. I would rather communicate with somebody of my friends and so on. But I want fresh air in my flat, in my apartment. And this motivates me just to do it without thinking, do I want it or do I not want it? It's my need. It's my own need because I want fresh air. And this is just a way to get this. I love what I do. If I need to do this, I love to do this because I love fresh air. I love the effect of what I'm doing. And then I enjoy doing because I enjoy my life. I enjoy that I have ability yet to do this. There will come a time when I know I will not have energy to that, and somebody else will be helping me to do cleaning in my room. But now I have energy for that. I have strength for that. I have intelligence for that, and I do it. And I'm enjoying this. And what is about enjoyment? When I came to Denmark, I met a very nice person whom I married. And we lived 14 years, in very good relationships. He unfortunately died already for 10 years ago. He was a very nice person. And I love him very much. Has a love here, his love in me, supporting me all the time. And we rent a flat in a very nice place. And in that place, there were some furniture and there was a picture I want to share with you. You can see this animal, huge animal, sea animal, a whale enjoying life. And by very little letters down there, you can see what it's written under this picture. It is written, all animals except men, and I understand men as people. All animals except men know that the ultimate of life is to enjoy it. And when I enjoy life, when I enjoy my life, when I enjoy being me, just from the early morning to the late at night, and the whole night when I enjoy my sleeping and resting, it gives me a lot of life energy to contribute to this world with love, with wish to do what I'm doing. And I'm enjoying so much doing this webinar, sharing with you what a lot of my clients, my teachers, my friends, my colleagues were inspiring me to learn. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ludmila. Thank you everyone for attending. And do we want to hear any comments or questions?
Very much. Thank you very much. Yes, I would like to, if there are.
If there are any comments or questions, they're welcome at this time. You can use the chat or let us know if you want to open your microphone. It was a really great topic, really incredible insights and great knowledge from so many points of view, from so many experiences. Thank you very much, Ludmila. Raza says, thank you for your time. And well, I guess I also have to thank you, Ludmila, and everyone who attended. I wish you a really, really good night or day, wherever you are. I hope to see you very soon in another upcoming ICC event. And remember, you can always watch this recording on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye, Ludmila.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for coming for this webinar.
Bye, everyone.